said my name like it was safe, like nothing could go wrong. But every time I needed you, you were already gone. I learned to read your silence like it was something kind. You were slowly letting go, I was still holding time. I kept making excuses for the distance in your eyes. You stopped choosing me before you said goodbye. I stayed when you did. I tried when you were done. I fought for us in the dark. You ran toward the sun. And now I'm alone with the truth that I can't pretend. I stayed when you didn't, until the end. Your love felt warm but temporary, like a borrowed flame. You held my heart without knowing how easily it breaks. I gave you all my honesty, you gave me maybes in time. I would have waited forever, you were already fine. I love you without conditions. You loved me when it was lies. I would have stayed through the storm, you couldn't last the night. I stayed when you didn't. I tried when you were done. I fought for us in the dark. You ran toward the sun. Now I'm alone with the truth that I can't pretend. I stayed when you didn't, until the end. If love is knowing when to leave, then I loved you wrong. I believed in us long after you were gone. I stayed when you did, but I'll let go now, with your name in my stars, still burning somehow. I'll heal with time, I swear I will. But tonight I beg, I stayed when you didn't, until the end. I stayed, you didn't. You packed your words in careful lines so I wouldn't hate you then. You said I did nothing wrong, but still, this was the end. I smiled like I understood, like my heart didn't fall apart. You walked away so peacefully when you shattered mine. I stayed when it was messy, you left when it got real. I would have given you forever, you wouldn't tell me how you feel. I was easy to leave, the pain. You said love shouldn't hurt this much. Maybe you were right, but loving you was all I knew, and losing you is my life. I kept choosing us, you chose your peace. I would've fought the world for you, you couldn't fight for me. How was easy to leave, hard to forget. I loved you deeper than you ever admit. You let go like I meant nothing, like I didn't bleed. I was easy to leave, but you were everything to me. If love is knowing when to walk away, I learned it way too late. I stayed until there was nothing left for you to take. I was easy to leave, but I'll survive with your name in my scars, still living inside. I'll heal one day, I swear I will, but tonight I grieve almost rising to leave, and that's what's killing me. You left with peace, I stayed with the pain. You never promised me forever, but you never said goodbye. You let me dream in half-truths while you made up your mind. I learned your smile by memory, your silence by the sound. You were slowly leaving me, I was still holding ground. I mistook your comfort for something real. I thought your staying quiet meant you cared how I feel. You let me love you like it was safe, like my heart wasn't something you'd one day break. You held me close when it was easy, and disappeared when it was real. You let me love you, and that's what kills. I defended you to everyone like you were still mine. I blame myself for every crack while you were doing fine. You said you hated hurting me, but you still walked away. I would have stayed through everything, you couldn't stay one day. I gave you all my honesty, you gave me doubt. I kept believing in us while you were finding out. You let me love you like it was safe, like my heart wasn't something you'd one day break. You had now I let go, with your name in my scars, still burning slow. I'll heal one day, but tonight I feel every promise you never gave. You let me love you, then walked away. You didn't break me loudly, you just didn't stay. Then walked away. You didn't break me loudly, you just didn't stay. We almost had a life together, almost learned each other's scars, almost turned the pain into laughter, almost made it past the dark. Your hand was close but never steady, your heart was never sure. I kept waiting for forever, you were waiting for the door. I read your eyes like open books, but skipped the part where you were gone. I fell in love with who you promised, not the truth you were living on. We almost were everything, but almost breaks me now. I loved you like it was forever, you loved me like a question mark. Now I'm left with what could have been, in words we never said. We almost were everything, but you chose not to stay. I still defend you in my head, like you didn't let me fall. Funny how I lost myself, trying to save us all. You said I deserve better, but you never tried to be. You walked away so easily and left the wreck in me. I stayed through all the maybes, you needed something new. I was building something real, you were passing through. We almost were everything, but almost breaks me now. I loved you like it was forever, you loved me like a question mark. Now I'm left with what could have been, and words we never said. We almost were everything, but you chose not to stay. If love is timing, I was early. If love is truth, I was too real. I would have given you my whole heart, you couldn't tell me how you feel. We almost were everything, and that's what hurts the most. Losing something real, just someone who loved me close, but not enough to stay, not enough to fight. We almost were everything, then you said goodbye.
Your mug is still by the sink, like habits don't know you left. I memorized the way you breathe, now I talk to myself. You said we'd figure it out, said love just needed time, but you stopped showing up while I was still trying. I carried all the weight of us till my hands went numb. You said you needed freedom, I guess that meant for me. I'm not in your life anymore, but you're everywhere I go. In the songs, in the quiet, in the words I don't say out loud. You let go like it was easy, like I was easy to lose. I'm not in your life anymore, but you're still breaking mine. I pass by places we once loved like they don't remember us. I smile when people say your name, but it still hurts too much. I gave you every version of me, the strong and the weak. You loved me when it was simple, not when I needed you to stay. Stay through all your doubts, you left without a fight. I would've burned the world for you, you couldn't spend the night. I'm not in your life anymore, but you're everywhere I go. In the songs, in the quiet, in the words I don't say out loud. You let go like it was easy, like I was easy to lose. I'm not in your life anymore, but you're still breaking mine. If love is learning when to leave, I failed the test. I stayed too long, believed too hard, and loved you best. If I'm not in your life anymore, but I'll survive somehow. With your name in my scars, still aching now. I'll heal one day, I swear I will, but tonight I choose to cry. I'm not in your life anymore, and that's the hardest goodbye. You moved on, I stayed behind.
I saved your name in every prayer, like love was something sure. You said we'd grow old side by side, I believed you more. Now I sleep with empty space where your heartbeat was. I still wake up reaching out like you're not gone. I gave you all my patience, all my trust, my days. goodbye wasn't angry, it didn't even fight. You slowly stopped choosing me and called it right. I replay every memory, looking for a sign, but loving you was real, even if it died. I stayed when it was breaking me. You left when it was real. I would've bled for us, you wouldn't feel. You were my always, I was your maybe. It didn't even round your heart, you didn't save me. Now I'm standing in the silence you left behind. You were my always, I was wasting time. If loving you was wrong, I don't regret the pain. I'd rather feel this heartbreak than never know your name. You were my always, but I'll let go. With your name in my scars, still hurting slow. I'll find myself again someday, but tonight I cry. You are my always, and that's why I died inside. You were my always, I wasn't yours. You said you needed time to think. I waited every night. I read your silence like a sign that we'd be alright. Your love grew quiet in my hands, like it was running out. I held on harder to the hope you lived without. I kept choosing you through every doubt. You were already gone, I just found out. I loved you longer than you loved me. I saw forever, you saw let's see. Now I'm here with all these feelings you don't want anymore. I loved you longer, that's what hurts the most. Your goodbye didn't break the room, it barely made a sound, but it shattered everything I built around. I still defend your name somehow, like you're still mine. I hate that loving you felt real while losing you felt final. I gave you my patience, my nights, my trust. You said love shouldn't feel this hard and gave up on us. I loved you longer than you loved me. I saw forever, you saw let's see. Now I'm here with all these feelings I'd still do it again. I'd rather feel this heartbreak than never feel you there. I loved you longer, but I'll let go. With your name in my scars, still burning slow. Heal in time, I swear I will, but tonight I'm not okay. I loved you longer, and that's where I stayed. Yeah, I loved you longer.
You left your silence in my room like it belonged to me. I tried to act like I was strong, but you could see we used to dream in midnight talks. Now nights don't say your name. I kept believing you'd come back. You never came. I gave you all my honesty. You gave me time to cry. I was holding on to us. You were saying goodbye. I kept the love, you took the rest. I gave you my heart, you gave me emptiness. Now I'm learning how to breathe with this pain I can't outrun. I kept the love, you moved on. Your memories still break my sleep, like they don't know I'm hurt. I loved you more than words could say. You loved me when it worked. They say the heart will heal someday, but mine still calls your name. I lost myself inside a love you didn't stay. I stayed through every doubt. You left at your best. I would have chosen you forever. You chose yourself. I kept the love, you took the rest. I gave you my heart, you gave me emptiness. Now I'm learning how to breathe with this pain I can't outrun. I kept the love, and you moved on. were still by the sink, like you might come back tonight. I practice saying your name, but it never sounds right. You said we'd be stronger someday. Guess someday wasn't now. I held the weight of our love, you put it down. I gave you room to breathe, you took it all to leave. I was fighting for a reason, you were done believing. I'm stuck between goodbye and me, where love still hurts to feel. You walked away so easily, like nothing here was real. I'm learning how to let you go, but my heart disagrees. I'm stuck between goodbye and me. Your shadow still sleeps beside me, in the shape of who we were. I replay almost every word that blurred. They say time will heal the cracks, but time just makes it clear that you stopped loving me while I stayed here. I chose you every day, you chose the exit sign. I would have crossed the distance, you crossed the line. I'm stuck between goodbye and me, where love still hurts to feel. You walked away so easily, like nothing here was real. I'm learning how to let you go, but my heart disagrees. I'm stuck between goodbye and me. If loving you was wrong, I don't regret the pain. I'd rather lose you honestly than never know your name. I'm stuck between goodbye and me, but I'll survive somehow, with your name in my scars still burning now. I'll find my way back slowly from who I used to be. I'm stuck between goodbye and me. Yeah, that's where you left me.
I waited up past midnight, hoping you'd come home. Your name kept buzzing in my head, but my phone stayed cold. You said you needed distance, I gave you all my space. Funny how you found yourself and I lost my place. I held on through the silence, you called it being free. I was fighting for your heart, you were leaving me. I waited too long for you to choose me. I loved you like forever. You loved me loosely. Now I'm left with questions I'll never say. I waited too long, and you walked away. Your laughter sounds like memories that don't belong to me. I see your face in strangers where you used to be. They say love should feel like safety, not a losing fight. But I lost myself completely trying to make it right. I gave you all my patience, you gave me goodbye. I would have stayed through anything, you wouldn't even try. I waited too long for you to choose me. I loved you like forever. You loved me loosely. Now I'm left with questions I'll never say. I waited too long, and you walked away. If loving you was foolish, I'd still do it again. I'd rather feel this heartbreak than never feel you then. I waited too long, but I'll learn to heal with your name in my scars, still painfully. I'll find myself again, even though it hurts today. I waited too long, but I'll be okay. I waited, you left.
You said my name like it meant something, and slowly stopped saying it at all. I felt you slipping through my fingers before you let me fall. I read your silence every night, like it might explain the truth. I kept choosing you every time you stopped choosing us. I gave you love without conditions, you gave me reasons to cry. I was holding on to forever, you were learning goodbye. I wasn't enough to stay, no matter how I tried. I gave you all my heart, you left it behind. Now I'm living with the damage of believing you'd change. I wasn't enough to stay, and that breaks me every day. Oh, your memories still live in my chest, like a song I can't escape. I loved you more than you knew you loved me, until it was late. They say healing takes time, but time just makes it clear that losing you wasn't sudden. You were gone before you disappeared. I stayed through all the cold nights. You walked away warm. I would've stood through every storm. You couldn't wear the one. I wasn't enough to stay, no matter how I tried. I gave you all my heart. You left it behind. Now I'm living with the damage of believing you change. I wasn't enough to stay, and that breaks me every day. Loving you was my mistake, I'll carry it alone. I lost myself inside your arms and found an empty home. I wasn't enough to stay, but I loved you right. With every broken promise and sleepless night, I'll heal someday, I hope. But tonight I still ache. I wasn't enough to stay, and that's the truth I hate. I loved you. That wasn't enough. I never needed promises, just your hand in mine. But you were already leaving while I was buying time. I watched your love grow distant like a fading light. I stayed up every midnight trying to make it right. I carried all the silence you wouldn't say out loud. I loved you in the quiet, you left without a sound. I loved you quietly with all my heart. I held us together while we fell apart. You didn't see me breaking behind every smile. I loved you quietly all this time. Your name still shakes my breathing when I hear it said. I sleep on half a pillow where your dreams once lived. They say love should feel like freedom, not a losing fight. But I lost myself in trying to keep you by my side. I chose you every morning, you chose the door. I gave you all my forever, you wanted less than more. I loved you quietly with all my heart. I held us together while we fell apart. You didn't see me breaking behind every smile. I loved you quietly all this time. If loving you was foolish, I'd still do it again. I'd rather feel this heartbreak than never feel you there. I loved you quietly, now I'm letting go. With your name in my scars, still hurting me slow. I'll heal someday, I swear, but tonight I cry. I loved you quietly, and that's why.
I keep your name in quiet places where the night can hear me cry. I learned how to fake a smile, but not how to say goodbye. You promised me a tomorrow, then left me here today. I keep holding on to moments you already threw away. I gave you all my patience, all my truth, my time. You said love shouldn't hurt this way, but you crossed the line. I'm still letting go of the life I planned with you. I'm still learning how to breathe without us, without a phase. I'm still letting go, and it hurts in every way. Your silence feels heavier than all the words you said. I replay every I love you inside my head. They say healing comes in waves, but I'm drowning every night. I would have stayed through anything, you couldn't stay and fight. I chose you in the dark, you chose the light outside. I was losing pieces of myself just to keep you by my side. But I'll survive somehow with your name in my scars. Still burning now, I'll heal someday, I know. But tonight I still ache, I'm still letting go for my own sake. I'm still letting go. The rain keeps tapping on my door, like it knows your name. I count the hours on the floor, since nothing feels the same. You said we'd grow, not fall apart, but words don't always stay. I held your truth inside my heart, you threw yours away. I can't believe love was loud, you left in quiet ways. I lost you in the in-between of better days. Now I'm left with your echo in every empty room. I hear you in the silence when the nights get too long. You moved on like a shadow, I stayed where we belonged. I'm left with your echo and the sound of us gone. Your picture's still my lock screen light. I don't know why I try. I swipe away another night and teach myself goodbye. They say the heart forgets in time, but mine remembers you. It breaks in ways I can't define, over things we used to do. I gave you all my fragile parts, you called it being weak. I learned that loving someone isn't love they keep. Now I'm left with your echo in every empty room. I hear you in the silence when the nights get too long. You moved on like a shadow, I stayed where we belonged. I'm left with your echo and the sound of us gone. If love is just a season, I stayed past the end. I would have been your reason, you wanna be my friend. I'm left with your echo, but I'll find my voice through the cracks in my heart. I'll learn to rejoice, I'll carry the pain till it softens somehow. I'm left with your echo, but I'll live without you now. Your echo fades. I'm still here. Your sweater's still here on my chair, like you might need it tonight. I talk to you in empty rooms, pretending you're just out of sight. We said we'd never end like this, swore love would pull us through. Now I'm alone with all these words I never got to you. I held on with shaking hands, you slipped through every crack. I loved you like I meant forever, you loved me like a fact. I'm learning to miss miss you instead of falling apart. Learning how to breathe again with half of my heart. You moved on like it was nothing, like I was easy to lose. I'm learning to miss you, but I still choose you. I hear you laughing, strangers' voices, see you in passing cars. Funny how you're everywhere and still so far. They say the pain will fade away if I just give it time, but every night feels heavier since you stopped being mine. I gave you all my honesty, you gave me goodbye. I would have stayed through anything, you didn't even try. I'm learning to miss you instead of falling apart. Learning how to breathe again with half of my heart. You moved on like it was nothing, like I was easy to lose. I'm learning to miss you, but I still choose you. I'm learning to miss you and let you be free, with your name and my scars still living in me. I'll heal someday, I know it's true, but tonight I still ache. I'm learning to miss you for my own sake. It still hurts. Midnight echoes in a silent room. Soft white keys glow under a fading moon. Every note holds a broken plea, a heart that aches in minor key. Fingers tremble, memories fall, shadows dance along the wall. I'm crying between piano keys, where broken dreams find melodies. Each tear becomes a harmony of love we lost, of you and me. The pain plays soft and starts to Dusty photos on a worn out stand. Ghost of your touch still on my hand. Every chord feels like your name, a quiet song, a burning flame. Ooh. Every sound is what remains of whispered words and hidden pain. I'm crying between piano keys, where shattered hearts turn into pleas. Each note bleeds into memory, a lonely song inside of me. Though the past keeps playing in my mind, crying between piano keys tonight. Let the music break me slow, let the tears begin to flow. If this pain is all I own, let it sing when I'm alone. Still crying between piano keys, where sorrow turns to symphonies. If love was ever meant for me, it's lost inside this melody. So let the final note release my heart crying between piano keys tonight. City lights fade into lonely air. Empty room, but you're everywhere. Ticking clocks and whispered fears echo louder than my tears. Every shadow calls your name, every memory feels the same. Silence hurts louder at night, when there's no voice to hold me tight. The dark reminds me of what's gone and all the words I never said. My heart keeps fighting, losing fights. Silence hurts louder at night. Cold phone screen, no message there. Unsaid truths float in the air. Every breath feels incomplete, every dream ends in defeat. Lonely thoughts begin to scream, breaking pieces of a dream. Silence hurts louder at night, when all the stars refuse to shine. The quiet screams inside my mind and keeps replaying every lie. I try to heal but lose the fight. Silence hurts. If I could turn back broken time, I'd trace your heart back into mine. But all that's left is empty sound, a shattered love, a ghost around. Silent hearts, louder at night, when memories burn like fading light. The quiet cuts deeper than cries, and tears fall where hope once lied. The morning comes to end this fight. Silence hurts louder at night. Smiles hide the breaking inside. Quiet storms I never let collide. In crowded rooms I feel alone, a silent heart made out of stone. I scream in thoughts I never say, letting the pain just fade away. Tears don't make a sound, but they slowly break me down. Falling where no one's around, drowning deep but never found. I'm hurting but I don't let out a single sound. Tears don't make a sound. Laughing loud to mask the ache, pretending I'm okay for their sake. Every breath feels like a lie, a hidden storm behind my eyes. If they knew what's in my soul, they'd see I'm slowly losing control. Tears don't make a sound, but they leave a scarred battleground. Silent screams that pull me down, lost in pain I never shout. I'm breaking but I don't let out a single sound. Tears don't make a sound. One day I'll let the truth be heard, let my heart speak every word. Till then I'll bleed without a cry, let quiet tears be my goodbye. Tears don't make a sound, but they rise and spin around. no sound. Tears don't make a sound. Old photographs and fading light, echoes of us in the quiet night. Every smile feels far away, like a dream that chose to stay. Time keeps moving, I stay behind, lost in a moment, frozen in time. I left my heart in yesterday, where love was real and skies were gray. Now all I have are words to say, and memories that won't fade away. I'm trying hard to find a way, but I left my heart in yesterday. Footsteps linger in empty halls, promises written on shattered walls. Every song still speaks your name, a beautiful unfinished flame. If I could turn the clock around, I'd chase the love I never found. I left my heart in yesterday, where hope was strong but slipped away. Now I'm just lost feels colder since you left. Your pillow holds the warmth you kept. Midnight whispers call your name. Nothing here will feel the same. I reach for you in empty space, still dreaming of your face. I'm still sleeping on your side, where your heartbeat used to lie, holding ghosts instead of you, praying love might still come through. Every night I softly cry, still sleeping on your side. Your scent still lingers in the air, like silent proof you once were there. Every sheet holds memories of late night laughs and broken peace. Time moves on, but I remain trapped inside this quiet pain. I'm still sleeping on your side, where your laughter used to hide, tracing shadows in the dark, missing every single spark, trying hard to level up slide, still sleeping on your side. Maybe one day I'll move away from the dreams that beg me stay, but tonight my heart can't hide, so I stay on your side. I'm still sleeping on your side, where our love refused to die. If you ever change your mind, you'll still find